dun, dun. All right, how we doing? How we doing, you beautiful people? Welcome back to Rapid Racing League Aus Div 4, and we're here for round number 2 for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix here at Jeddah. And unfortunately, it's just myself here tonight. The number 1 commentator, Jisway, is a little bit busy, having doing some family stuff, which is, more important than F1. So you know how it is. But it's been a minute, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a minute. So bit of story. Unfortunately, because of the low numbers last week, we still went up with it, but it wasn't streamed because, as I said, low numbers. And yeah, it was a Ferrari 1-2. The standings won't be updated until after Jeddah, so I won't show the standings until next week for the Ausland. And we got the Aussie Goat in the chat. How we doing? I know who that is. I just can't remember which gamer tag it's they're from. But we are here now for Jeddah. So, as you can see, 11. I think we're waiting on one more. Hey, I said I do know who it is. I just can't remember the gamer tag. But I do know who it is. Alright. Oh, gee. Yes, comma box. I believe it is someone. So, Little C is going to be the first one to start the first timed run, and also, it's not really shock. I'm sure you've seen it in the other divisions. Short quali because nice FIA deciding to get rid of race strategies. So, nobody even bothers qualifying on mediums, so that is fantastic. Gumbo, FTW. I mean, Gumbo got onto the podium last week, so could Gumbo go for back-to-back podiums this week? As Yellow Flag is one of the Ferraris, has had an absolute mare. And now Little C in this flowing section, where I'm sure over the course of the next few days, a lot of front wings will be absolutely flying into the air. But we are here to kick off round 2 of the Rapid Week. The Div 4 side absolutely going to be showing up every other division because it is the go-to division in all of Rapid. And now Little C coming towards the final corner where I'm predicting a 2-minute dive bomb is going to cause a safety car. And that's some nice traction. Opens up DRS. Goes across the line. It's a 33.5. And now Gumbo. Let's have a look at Gumbo coming towards this speed trap. Dust Till Dawn does a 31.9. McFlurry goes to P2 with a 32.0. And now here comes Gumbo across the line. And it is a 34.7. That's just Gumbo's, you know, banker lap. He will be absolutely going. We must see Gumbo into the 29s here, I think. Into the 29s, maybe even into the 27s, be esports level, I think. So, Phoenix in. So, that is it. I think, well, War Machine was meant to be racing, but unfortunately, he's decided to bun me off and send me to the Shadow Realm and not get back to me. So, that is awesome if I've ever seen it. And I think Kano might be coming into the pits. Well, he's got DRS open. He's on low fuel. So, yeah, it was purple middle sector, so he's actually going for it. But that could be for Gumbo's time. Purple to Gumbo's time. Final corner. Let's see if it actually stays out. Hits the apex beautifully. He might actually get a little bit of a slipstream. There's a yellow flag. It's now green flag, and it's P1. Nearly hits the fence, does Kano. And it's a 31.6. Henchman now out on track doing his lap. In this tricky middle sector where DRS is absolutely going to be key. 3 DRS zones. This is the first one. Purple middle sector, but again, I think that's to Gumbo's time. Maybe even Little C's time. And now the second DRS straight. So, coming towards the final corner where I said I predict they will be. That's where many dive bombs will be happening. Maybe even a cause of a safety car. And the henchman now across the line. Goes P2. Oh, 11 thousandths of a second. And now Flex is not flexing. He has invalidated and he will be coming in. Phoenix has retired. That is not what you want to see. Green Goats on re-debut, and there is Phoenix car. Oh dear. I reckon I hit every wall on the track first lap. Well, that might be an impressive effort if that happens. Evil Blade out there. Stroke Race coming out, so Piastri will be the next one. He might get a slipstream from his teammate here. And the Ferrari domination from last week absolutely working a tandem here. And final corner hits the apex beautifully. Me when I go out next. Fair enough. And now Piastri across the line. Goes to the top with a 30.1. Absolute domination, the Ferraris. They're setting their marker down like ham and toasted sandwiches. Oh, there goes Green Goats, and he's into the fence in that now AlphaTauri. Oh, dear. Potential championship challenger. He missed out on last week because he misread the time. And now he's into the fence, and he still goes purple. Well, that is interesting. Let's just get the gaps to later. So there it is, 1.4 is the gap between the two Ferraris. Henchman in P3, 1.5 seconds on the dot behind. I believe this is the first time a father and son is racing in the same T for two different teams. So that could be one to watch out here. Oh, there goes McFlurry! Oh, that is a reset the track. Oh dear, that's little Casper. Oh, it's all kicking off. Green Goats, I think he's going to come in because he's got, I think he had wing damage. Maybe even some car damage. Stroke Race now starting off his lap. And Flex has still not come out, so that is banterous. So under 9 minutes to go. Piastri out on top with a 30.1. As 1.5 separates the top 3. I think Piastri might have this. I'm coming out now. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, there you go, Stroke Race. He has spun in that Aston. Oh, it's all gone downhill. Dust Till Dawn now coming out to do his lap. Little C, he's got McFlurry right behind him. Yeah, that could have ended in a little bit of a disaster. Oh, dust hits the fence. See, this is going to be the trickiest. That's the first sector, always the trickiest part, and Dusk has backed off on his time. Stroke Race, this will be his first timed run, so I don't know if he'll actually finish it or not. I think he might. He might even get ahead of Gumbo. Maybe even Little C as well, perhaps. Let's just have a look. Nah, he's boxing. He's boxing. Oh, there goes Gumbo. Oh, it's all gone downhill for the Mercedes. On the highest of highs to getting a podium last week, to now spitting here. Little C spun as well. Oh, dear. It's like it's wet on track, and it's clearly not. And now Flex is about to start off his timed run. So this is a lap right along / quali lap, I think. So I'm going to be quiet, and here is a lap with the Williams. He's actually hit the fence. Will he actually come into the pits then? No, he's staying out, so here's a lap with Flex. Well, that was not, no, that was, oh, Evil Blade absolutely doing some drifts here. Kano is now still P2, but he's only 7.5 tenths behind Piastri. So, things, shut up, Siri. Well, no, not Siri, shut up, Google. Let's have a look at Green Goats. Well, he's purple first sector, so that is interesting. Nightbot getting involved. Yes, follow our socials on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I believe there's a Twitter. I'm pretty sure it's Twitter. If I'm wrong, I do apologize, admins. Please don't fire me. Also, if you want the most comfortable of clothing wear, go to Sully Shirts. I bought a shirt from Sully's. I have been wearing my Sully shirt, And you know what? It is the most comfortable thing I've ever worn in my life. So get yourself a Sully shirt worth the money. Get in there. And now Green Goats, nice traction off the final corner. I think that's probably where the race might be won and lost, is who will get the better traction out of that final corner on towards the finishing line. It's a Ferrari 1-2. Alpha Tauri 3-4. His henchman goes up into P3. Kano goes into the pits. I do apologise. And now Evil Blade out back racing. Nah, he's 9 seconds down on his time. And straight, well, that is an interesting line through that corner. And I think Piastri's actually had a moment just before. Oh, well, Stroke Race has had a moment as well. He needs a moment to reflect on what just happened. He's got to be careful he doesn't get disqualified. I think he was pretty close. And Evil Blade doing some doughies. And Piastri, I think, yeah, Piastri's coming in. I think he got a damaged wing, perhaps. Well, Piastri's still on pole. He's still, after his first run, and he's still got a 7.5 gap to his teammate. I'm pretty sure Kano might be on, might be selling for that P2. Green Gates will be coming in. And I think Strike Race will be coming in as well. Also, you might want to save some of your channel points, because most of them I cannot do. Most of them aren't for me or Jish. They're for Kahoot, Noodles, and Pajala. So I do apologise. And Strike Race goes up into P10. He's actually ahead of Flex. He's actually ahead of Flexo. So Flex does need to put in a decent-ish lap time in. There's a Red Bull coming around the final corner. Dusk till dawn. So, I don't see an Alpine. I should have put McFlurry in there. In the Alpine. Oh well. Doing whole. Yeah, what's a normal one? Let's have a look at Dusk. This looks like a much better. Oh, as I say that, the commentator's curse has come out again. I think Dusk has just got to push on. Let's have a look at his first sector time. He's still 3.5 tenths up. So it's still P5, but at least he's up in the first sector. That'll still give him confidence. Now let's have a look at this middle sector. Green Goats has retired. He's happy with P4. But can Dusk Till Dawn spoil the party? 50 odd seconds remaining in this qualifying session. It's purple. It's 8 tenths. So he's ahead of Green Goats now, is Dusk. So now the final sector. Can he get himself into P3, maybe even onto the front row? Final corner. Hits the apex beautifully. Off, gets really good traction. Now opens up DRS across the line. It's P2. 3 tenths. 3 tenths, it's all it is. I think Evil Blade, he will make it. Where's Henchman? There he is. He's got 10 seconds. War Machine has joined. Flex will make it. I do believe he's got 5 seconds. Henchman's not going to make it. 2, 1. And Flex makes it. Henchman, he's done. He is done. Gumbo is out. Little C's only 2 tenths up. He's made a mistake. It's all going to come down to this final sector. Can he get himself ahead? No, he can't. He stays in P7. McFlurry, he stays in P6. Kano is damaged. Same with Piastri. They're both invalidated. Evil Blade. No, it's Stroke Race. Stroke Race. He's got no ERS. He goes a little bit wide. He's hit the fence. Oh, that's all she wrote. Evil Blade's turn. Oh, he's invalidated. Oh, it's all kicking off here, ladies and gentlemen. And Flax is out as well. So that is it. And I think Dust Till Dawn. Yeah, he's backed off. So it's Piastri on pole. Dust Till Dawn gets P2. Kano P3. And Henchman gets P4. I think Henchman could have maybe even gotten Kano. Perhaps we need War Machine to retire and Dust Till Dawn to retire once he gets into the pits. But there is the qualifying session, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. It's a Ferrari 1-3 after getting a 1-2 last week. Admittedly, there's more people this week than there were last week. Well, War Machine technically not last, he's 12th. So we need War Machine to retire. As I'll just ping him. Thank you, War. So we've got 13 here tonight, so it's a respectable grid. It's a respectable grid. So there it is. Piastri on pole, as I said, with his really his first run. His next two were not great. Dust Till Dawn gets P2, Kano P3, Henchman P4, Green gets P5, McFlurry P6, Lil C Casper P7, Evil Blade P8, Gumbo Kebab in P9, a ninth to third for Gumbo. Stroke Race in P10, and Flex, War Machine, and Phoenix did not set lap times. So, with quali now done, who is your race winner? There we go. There's the poll in the chat. Who is going to win tonight? Will it be Piastri, Keanu, Dutch Henchman, anyone from the top four, or will someone outside the top four will win this race? We got 28 laps of this beautiful Jeddah circuit. I was 110 up in the first sector and kept invalidating. Oh dear, Piastri. Well, you got to keep the car in the track lines. We got to vote for Dusk already? Ooh. That is interesting. And here we go. We got 5 lights. I forgot formation light was off, and it's lights out, and away we don't go. There we go. Oh, the Alfa Romeo. Oh, there's carnage in the background. It's little C Casper. Drive-through penalty. Oh my god. Well, that's not how you want it to start this race. But I did. People do know that there is no formation lap. It's a Ferrari 1-2 once again. There's still yellow flags. Oh, McFlurry is out. Gumbo has had a spin. Is that gonna be... No, Gumbo's just... He just quit. He's retired on track. Why? I don't understand. It's lap 1. And I think Stroke Race might have got some wing damage. Oh dear, War Machine, that was so close to the back of his teammate. Oh, what is going on? The lag. Oh dear. Well, it's still Ferrari 1-2. Dusk in P3 is still there. Henchman's not that far behind, but he's 1.4 behind Dusk. Actually, let's get the tyre graphics. Piastri is on the hards. So Piastri doing the Frizy strat. And you know, people ridicule me for it. It's actually so good on this game. Like, it is really, really good on this game. If you start on the hards and you keep your front wing, as Piastri gets a time penalty. If you start on the hards and keep your front wing, you're in this race to the end. And depending on any safety cars, you can do hards to softs at the end. But 20 laps on him, as now Kano's struggling to stay within that 1 second mark. Let's just have a look at the ERS usage and... Feeney, oh, Gringo, oh, Flex is out. Is that a safety car? It is a safety car. Oh, dear. Flex is out. And Flex has absolutely thrown his Xbox into the Pacific Ocean. Who got it? Oh, Stroke Race. I thought he would have done his drive-through. Well, Stroke Race will have to still do his drive-through penalty, and Henchman's in. The Hench is in. What's he going on? A set of hards, maybe to the end. His tyres will be absolutely cooked at the end. Oh, Kano's left the session. That is not what he needs. Hopefully he can get back in. Alright, I sent him an invite. I'm sorry that you all saw that. See me go 7,000 miles around. And Kano is back in, so at least... Dusk, you cannot... What are you doing? Dusk, what are you doing? What? Why? Hopefully Kano can get into his seat. He did rejoin. So we're waiting on Little C, Stroke Race, and Gumbo to catch up to the rest of the field. So Lil C and Henchman have boxed for hards for potentially going to the end. Now, I did the hard strat for another league and I took him 17 laps. And they were near enough puncture territory. So, they will have to take him, what 22, 23 laps, give or take, to the end. It's, yeah, it's, very interesting. It is very interesting. I think Kato's back into his car. Yes, he is. So that is a W. So, safety car should be in this lap. If it's not, if I'm Gumbo, I'm slapping a set of hards on and going to the end. If that's only if the safety car stays out. If it stays out, if I'm Gumbo, I'm slapping a set of hards going to the end. I mean, you're at the back anyway, so you've got nothing to lose, but you do have everything to gain. But we'll wait and see once the safety car crosses the second sector time split, which I believe it's already done. Oh no, there it is. Safety car is in this lap. So there we go. So safety cars in this lap. Oh dear. I'm not sure what is going on here. And Phoenix just got himself another place. Yeah, not sure what's going on there. And now we're going to go green flag racing. The Ferraris have left Phoenix. Will Kato make the move into turn 1? Is he thinking about it? No, he's just chilling. The two Alpha Tauris are going at it. Oh, no. No. And Stroke Race is in. He's doing his drive-through penalty, which he 100% has to do. Now, can Dust Till Dawn get into P3 once again? Which he shouldn't have lost in the first place. And Piastri's actually... Oh, that's a little bit wide there from Piastri. And now Kano barreling down towards this first hairpin. This sweeping left-hander. And Kano's still just there. Phoenix would still be in DRS, but it won't be enabled until the end of the next lap. Now, Evil Blade's now looking for a move onto his own teammate. Dust is all over the shot here. Oh, this could be disastrous. Evil Blade goes purple, middle sector, and he stays behind Dust. Dust is absolutely hindering, and now Henchman is right behind him. If Henchman stays in Blades and Dust DRS, he's on for a potential podium, I think. Oh my god, round the outside! Oh, there goes Evil Blade! Oh, that's a Red Bull Civil War. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's all kicking off here, and now Kano is ahead of Piastri. Is he? They're going side by side. Kano with the better traction. He's up into P1. Oh, it's all kicking off here at Jeddah on lap number 6. And now the Ferraris have swapped. Piastri, he's been flustered. Piastri's 100% been flustered here. Someone has had a spin. I think it was Little C. Yes, it was. And Henchman's up in the P5. He's on the back of Dusk Till Dawn at the moment. And Evil Blade's back up into P9. Gumbo's 2.8 behind War Machine. Can Gumbo catch back up to War Machine? I think that's Gumbo's race, is War Machine. Maybe even Green Goats as well. I think that's Gumbo's race right there. And now Henchman just hanging about really. The mediums are still probably the quicker tyre. Yellowfax Sector 3. Oh, Green Goats has had a spin. Green Goats has had a spin, and that moves Gumbo up into P7. And Henchman still within that DRS. Dust is just outside it. He's now inside it. Kano with the fast lap, and the gap is now 1.1 between the two Ferraris, but they're on different strategies. Dusk now, DRS, and I believe is now enabled. We've got a race on for, well, especially for P3 at the moment, the final podium place. But Piastri does have a time penalty next to his name. Oh, Piastri nearly hits the fence, unless that was a little bit of lag. And now Piastri just needs to hold station on Kano, build up. Oh, that's a big corner. That's definitely a warning. And Phoenix, who literally joined in qualifying, who crashed out, finds himself up in the P3, but controversial safety car as Gumbo's had a spin. Oh, Piastri's also had a spin! Oh, that's... He's got no wing! Or has he? He's got... I think he's just... But Green Goats is now out! Is that a safety car? It is! It's a big boy safety car. The second one. And Kano's in. Dusk is in. Phoenix is staying out. Henchman is going to stay out as well. War Machine is staying out. Evil Blade has a 3-second time penalty. Both Ferraris are in. I think it's too early for them. I don't think the minutes is going to go to the end. Let's bring Stroke Race back in. Green Gates has left the session. He is definitely throwing his Xbox out into the Pacific Ocean. Gumbo is guaranteed a point if he finishes the race. He's trying. I think he might be trying to damage his wing to get it changed. Well, you don't want to see that too often. Enhance for Stroke Race. And Gumbo is now off and running. I think he might get his wing changed now. The lone Mercedes, he'll still get a point. Oh no, it's another set of softs. And they're not changing the wing, so... Oh, he's gone now. So the top three have not pitted. Well, Henchman doesn't need to. He's going to go to the end. Henchman is going to go to the end on the hards. Phoenix and War Machine need to pit. Kano is technically in the net P2 now. Dust is now in the net P3 because he's pitted. I think it's too late for Phoenix and War Machine to pit now. Let's just have a look. So, Gumbo's done medium, soft, soft. Yeah, I don't understand why he didn't go hards. Because now he just wasted a set of softs for potential ending safety car. Yeah, I'm not sure. But Henchman will be in the net P1 once Phoenix pits. War Machine needs to pit as well. Kano's pitted. He's going to the end. Same with Dusk and Evil Blade. Piastri might be cutting it close. I think it's too early for the mediums to go to the end. I think he's going to try for it unless a late safety car. Casper, I'm not sure. He might have to pit again. Stroke Race is definitely going to go to the end. And Gumbo will have to pit again for another set of tyres. So we're on lap 9 of 25. 3 are out. Green Goats, Flex, and McFlurry. So I see McFlurry just straight up raids quit on lap 1. So I don't know. We've had 2 safety cars now. McFlurry could be in the points. I mean, he would be in the points. So yeah, I don't understand. This is a track where you're pretty much guaranteed at least one safety car. So while we wait, if I'm Gumbo Kebab now, he's pretty much caught up to the pack. I pit now, slap on a set of hards, and go to the end. That's what Gumbo needs to do, and he's not going to do that. Yeah. So Phoenix leads from the Henchman for War Machine. Kano in P4, Dust Till Dawn P5, Evil Blade P6, Piastri P7, Little C in P8, Stroke Race in P9, and Gumbo Kebab in the final points paying position. So let's do some promotional work. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Rapid Racing Aus Div 2 please join Rapid Kahoot and Rapid Noodles for Div 2 tomorrow night here at Jeddah. Tuesday night is Div 1 with the man, the myth, the legend himself, with Mr. Pajala, Rapid Pajala, the go-to commentator in all of Rapid Racing League. And tune in on Wednesday night with Rapid Noodles and I think someone else for Aus Div 3. And also, be sure to catch the Euros as well. Not sure what time they'll be on. I need to read up on that. But yeah, don't forget. So, Div 2 tomorrow night, Div 1 Tuesday night, and Div 3 on Wednesday night. Div 4 kicking us off here tonight, or this afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. And safety car is in this lap. Phoenix is going to bunch up the field. We've got 10 runners. Phoenix really not giving the safety car time to go. Yeah, you need to give the safety car time to go. And now he's gone. So that's a awkward. Oh, oh my god, that's a massive accident. Oh, I caught the back end of that. Oh wow! For what looked like a good result for Red Bull, has now been gone. And War Machine and Casper going side by side. Oh, a straight race. has spun it. War Machine and Casper were going side by side for the majority of the first sector. And now Gumbo's up into P8. He's going to get 4 World Championship points. But he will have to pit again. Piastri does have a penalty and is actually ahead of Kano now. So that hasn't worked out well. War Machine has lost 4 positions since the safety car restart. So I think something's happened between War Machine and Evil Blade there. Oh, it's a disaster. And now Kano's ahead of Piastri. Piastri does have that time penalty next to his name. Oh, this is scary. We'll watch this from Kano's POV. Henchman's trying to make a move for P1. Down the inside, there's some space there. Oh, Kano's hit the fence. And now, oh dear. Oh, they're going to go 3 wide on the pit straight. The Ferraris and the Haas. Kano's lost 2 positions. Phoenix gets a time penalty. That is not what he wants. It's the henchman, and it's a father and son 1-2. And now Dust is up into P4. War Machine has had an absolute mare. Gumbo's up into P7. Lil C's up into P6. Piastri's got himself another time penalty. Piastri's got 6 seconds. If I'm henchman, I'm just letting him go. But you need to stay within that 6-second margin with 14 laps to go. Oh, it's all kicking off here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Phoenix was leading. He's now in 5th. Dust is up into P4 now. Both Astons are at the back. Oh, what could have been for the Astons? Yellow flag. It's Little C. Little C's got some wing damage again. Gumbo's up into P6. But as I said, he does need to pit again. He does. If he was on the hard, he'll be right. He would have been set to go to the end. And Piastri is now ahead. We got a 4-way scrap on with 3 constructors, 2 Ferraris, an AlphaTauri, and the Red Bull. And Phoenix is right there, but I think he might be boxing. Yeah, Phoenix is boxing. Gumbo's up in the P5. Tell you what, the podium is still on for Gumbo Kebab. Especially if there's a late race safety car. Gumbo just needs to put in some decent lap times in. Oh, that line from Dusk. That is not what you want to see. Piastri's put a 1.2 second gap. But I do think the mediums will die off towards the end of this race. Henchman's got 5 lap older tyres than Kano and Dusk. Oh, there goes Kano. Kano has spun it. Oh, that's not what you want to see, ladies and gentlemen. Dust still holds DRS. And Kano and Gumbo now. Gumbo's up at the P4. Oh, no. Can it happen 2 weeks in a row? Can Gumbo get his 2nd podium of the season? Oh, it's all kicking off here, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully next week I will be showing you all the driver standings for after Jeddah here tonight. So there's apparently 6 for Piastri, 3 for Phoenix. And Kano's struggling to get past Gumbo. You have like Sector 3, I think that's War Machine. Yeah, that's War Machine. He's had a moment. And Kano is ahead of... Oh, no, Gumbo. Oh, that's not what you want to see. And Henchman has pulled a 1.2 second gap out to Dust now. So Dust does not have DRS. So there's a gap to they say if the race were to end now, Piastri will fall down to P3. And that is not what he needs. I think he'll lead the championship heading into Australia next week. That is going to be one to watch out for, ladies and gentlemen. Australia next week. With the new layout. And Dusk has got no ERS to play with at all. Oh. And Dusk did get back within DRS, but as I said, he's got no ERS. Wasn't even turning it off, but now he has. I can see Gumbo actually boxing this lap now. Let's just have a look at Gumbo. Yeah, Gumbo's in. 11 to go. Yeah, it's probably maybe medium territory if he's got enough. So yeah, 2 laps. Yeah, mediums to the end. I could see that definitely happening. I mean, if there's another safety car, I can see Henchman coming in as well for another set of mediums. He only did 2 laps on his only set, so... Also, don't forget, tonight is the Hungarian Grand Prix for real life. Russell on pole, which was absolute madness, because that lap came from nowhere. Hamilton P7. Apparently his DRS wasn't working. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Both Red Bulls 10 and 11. Maybe I think Max might take a penalty because he had no engine power. So might see Verstappen even further back, perhaps, or unless they fixed that issue, which I don't know. And Dust Till Dawn now was looking for a move, and he decides to I'll just chill. He needs to save some ERS. Just sit behind him, and then go for a late race attack. But yeah, get back to the Hungarian Grand Prix real life. Both Ferraris 2 and 3 bottled a front row lockout, as Dust makes a huge mistake. Yeah, as the Ferraris bottled a front row lockout. Lando up into P4. I mean, the top 4 are going to be very, very interesting come race time. Not sure what the weather's supposed to be. If anybody knows what the weather is for Hungary tonight, let me know in the chat. That is that's going to be, I think this is the last race before the break, isn't it? So the race has pretty much spread out. Unfortunately, I don't have my fellow co-commentator here tonight to have this chat with. But, you know, he has some other stuff to do, which is, you know, fair enough. Well, chat, let us know, who do you think is going to win tonight's Hungarian Grand Prix? I think... Everyone says this is Mercedes' time to shine. This is probably the only track that they could win at. I mean, I think this is the first pole of the year. If I'm wrong, please do let me know. Oh, Dust now has a time penalty. Well, that's all she wrote. Henchman's 5.2 behind Piastri. Piastri's absolutely flying on those mediums. Those mediums are still good. But with 7 to go, I just got a feeling those minions are gonna die off pretty soon, and henchmen's hearts are gonna come into their own. Yes, it's been on them for 14 laps, but if there's no safety car before lap 20, he could go onto the mediums and go to the end, because the softs will die out very quickly. So look at this lovely shot. I think you're going to see a lot of those shots there, ladies and gentlemen, over the next few days. And Little C Casper's caught up to Stroke Race. So we got a battle for 2 and 3, but Dust does have a time penalty, so kind of nullifies the battle a little bit. But Little C and Stroke Race battle for 7th and 8th. Oh, you gotta leave the space. You have to leave the space. Stroke Race absolutely defending. Oh, there goes Stroke Race. There he goes. Is that a virtual safety car? War Machine's right there as well. Stroke Race is still in this race. It's no virtual. Oh dear, that was... That did end in tears for Stroke Race. A late race safety car could change everything. See, Piastri's, if the safety car comes out now, the softs won't make it to the end. And unfortunately, Stroke Race will be lapped. And War Machine has got a lot of ERS to play with, does the young War. It's the only battle on track worth watching. Oh, cheeky from young War, trying to get the DRS on this next straight here. Needs to stop hitting the fence though. Whoa! He thought about it. He 100% thought about it, and he's got the better traction than Little C. We have 8 to go. No, 7 to go, sorry. And here comes War Machine coming into turn 1. He's up into P7. Little C around the outside, inside for the next corner. Oh, there's contact. There is contact. Oh, that wrecks that fight right there. And Hensman still lost time to Piastri. There's 6 laps to go. There's still time for a late race safety car. If there is one, Stroke Race needs to stay out and hope the top 3 all come in. Which I think they will anyway. I think they will anyway. And not much else to look at, I'm afraid. The field is a little bit spread out. Let's show some love to Gumbo. Haven't shown him in quite a while, just all on his own. P6. He's 17.5 seconds behind Phoenix and 9.5 ahead of War Machine, so he's in a world of his own. Yellow flag, I think that's Stroke. Yeah, Stroke Race has spun again. Whoa, Piastri! Oh my god! Oh my god! Race-changing stuff. Piastri will 100% have the box for a new wing. That looked like a hefty shunt. War Machine now has a time penalty, so that kind of gives motivation for Casper to try and catch up now. I think Piastri's boxing. Yeah, Piastri's boxing. Oh, he was dominating this race. I think Softs might just make it to the end. This will all but confirm Piastri's fastest lap point, though. Stroke race 3-second time penalty. Yeah. That was a quick stop from the Ferrari lads. I don't know if Piastri actually changed his wing or not. But now his teammate is 18 and a bit seconds ahead. I don't know if he'll get onto the podium. Phoenix has another time penalty. He needs to overtake him and gap him 6 seconds. Yeah, 6 seconds. I don't know if Piastri will have that type of pace. I think he's going to run out of laps. 5 laps to go. There's like virtually, there's actually no one in front of him, which is good. So he's got clear air to just absolutely go hammer and tong. And he's already gained a second in just under 2 sectors. So he needs a lot more than that, though. And thus he's still under a second. It does have a time penalty. And War Machine's now spun it. Oh, it's not been a great race for the Astons, but they'll still get points. They will still get points, the Astons, but what could have been this race? Oh, I tell you what, if Henchman gets a penalty, this race for the lead, the race for the battle for the win actually will be back on. Let's just actually have a look. Oh, he's got one warning. One warning left. Another warning, and he gets a time penalty. And now Dusk Till Dawn is now hampering the pressure. Oh! And Piastri gets another time penalty. So that's probably confirmed Piastri not getting onto the podium. Oh, Henchman and Dust now side by side at the final corner. And Dust will have DRS. So now the question is, can Dust gap Henchman 3 seconds? And Kano's not that far behind. There is Kano. If something were to happen to these two, Kano could come in and swoop up another race victory. I think he won last week. 3 laps to go and safety car cannot come out. Well, there's Piastri's fastest lap point. So it softens the blow a little bit. Gap is now 5.8 between Kano and the Henchman. I think what Henchman needs to do is just save up some ERS. Just use him as a DRS. Horse and carry, just pull him along. Because Kano's got the same amount of ERS. Yeah, he still has DRS. He needs it for this next straight as well. I think he's got the win in the bag. Now, can Henchman get one more lap of DRS to pretty much all but confirm his win? I think he will get it. Yes, he does. We have 2 laps to go. Gap is 5.5 between Kano and Henchman. There is Kano in the background. Dust to Dawn not really using any ERS, which is smart. Two laps to go. Oh, there it is. There's the penalty for Dust Till Dawn. That's the second one. He's got 6 seconds. And that is all she wrote there, ladies and gentlemen. You would think Henchman's going to win. Can Gainer get P2? Dust Till Dawn's motivation now is to keep P2. He's got 4 tenths to play with. He cannot afford another penalty. But I tell you what, if Henchman gets a penalty now, it's still on. War Machine and Casper going side by side at turn 1 once again. This time it does not end in drama. Stroke Brace gets it. I thought that was the Henchman. Yeah. Penalty. There's the penalties. Dust has a 10.5 to play with. It's not enough. Or it's just enough. It's now under 6 seconds between Dust and Kano. It's the final lap of a spectacular Saudi Arabian Grand Prix for Rapid Racing League Div 4. What a race, I must say. Dust to Dawn does have a lot more ERS to play with than Henchman and Kano. So this is the lap for Dust to absolutely push. He needs to push. He is absolutely cutting corners every which way. A War Machine does have a penalty next to his name. And these two are still going at it. This is pretty much a race-long battle. But Little C will get the better of War Machine once the checker flag comes up. Let's have a look at Dust. It's 4 tenths coming into this final section. Little C is back ahead of War Machine into turn 1. But this is what we need at the front. It's been a chaotic race. Safety car controversy between Phoenix and Dusk. But Dusk is going to come across the line and win on track. But ladies and gentlemen, the Henchman is going to come in to win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Kano gets P3. He does not get Dusk. The timing is wrong. Piastri gets P4, so it's a Ferrari 3-4. That will still lead the constructors. Phoenix will finish in P5. Oh, you got an ad on Twitch. Oh, I do apologize. Phoenix will come across the line and as I said, P5 get Hart's first points. Gumbo Kebab gets P6 and 8 valuable championship points. He gets a podium last week, gets P6 here tonight. And these two are still going at it. Whoa. Little Casper send it on the final corner. No, he won't. Oh, yes, he will. Oh, my God. What a move. What a move. It's a drag race. But War Machine does have that penalty. Oh, that would have been absolute disaster if had War Machine not had a penalty there. Oh my Lord of Lords. What a race. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get the top 3 in. We'll get the top 3 in for the podium interviews. Despite the lack of numbers last week, this race was actually really, really good. Especially towards the end where everything was on the line. So we'll get the podium celebrations and then get the drivers in. Oh. So there it is. Piastri gets P4 and the fastest at that point. He could have won this race, but he spun with like 3 laps to go. Phoenix P5 gets Haas's first points. Majority of these teams will get their first points. Gumbo gets P6. Lil C, Casper P7. War Machine P8. And Stroke Race gets P9. So Aston's gets 8th and 9th.
Don't get invited to these things very often. So don't normally have finishes like this.
A DNFs are Evil Blade, Green Goats, Flex, and McFlurry. I think they're all in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, your lad's a bit feisty right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just see.
He didn't have that little mishap about 4 or 5 laps from the end. He would have easily have taken it.
Who knows? It's just racing, man. There's that many bloody variables. What would have happened if I didn't spin? What would have happened if the safety cars didn't happen that they are?
Yeah.
No one can truly say, oh, this would have happened, this would have happened, this would have happened, because everything that did happen was just bad racing.
Yeah.
Just waiting on Dust to join in.
I mean, what would have happened if a safety car didn't come out and I was in front of Jackson at that point and starting to gap him on the mediums?
Yeah, that's right.
Then a safety car happened. Or then what would have happened if Jackson didn't crash? And what? Yeah.
There's so many what ifs in
exactly
racing.
Right. I mean, what happens if Michael Massey didn't stuff up, buddy? How it finished last year?
That's exactly right.
Max wouldn't be a world champ, and that's actually IRL. Is Fry even here?
I don't know. He's in the party, but I don't know if he's talked. He probably doesn't want to talk to us.
Yeah, I'm here. We're just waiting until Dust till Dawn joins in.
His mic's just literally shut itself, eh? We had to tell him to mute his mic in the party because his thing was literally just...
Oh, okay. Alright then. Well, I'll leave the session and we'll go to the showroom and then we'll start with the podium interviews. Luckily, I heard you all because my mic was actually muted.
Yeah, right. Fat chat, eh?
Yeah.
Where is virtual showroom? There it is.
Oh, we get to see my stripper I made. Bloody hell.
Alright, so obviously Dust isn't here, so we'll kick off with P3 man Kano. Mate,
There you go, chap.
it's a 3-4 for Ferrari, but what could have been for Ferrari here tonight?
I'll tell you what, mate. There's that many different variables of what could have been. What could have been if the safety car didn't come out? What could have happened if Jackson didn't bloody hit the wall? What could have happened if I didn't spin? Realistically, we had the pace to be up there, buddy. Bit of a pity for Jackson because he deserved to be up there. But no, I'm happy with P3. Can't complain. Kept the penalty 3 race, so happy with that as well. Other than that, buddy, yeah, that's about it, bro.
Well, I do believe I think you won last week.
Yeah.
So you're still leading the championship. So I think that's all you can ask for, really.
Consistency is a big thing, man. Whether it's first, third, buddy, as long as I'm getting good points throughout the season, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, dude.
Yeah, that is true. We are heading to Ausland next week. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Henschy's gonna absolutely kick my ass. He's just too quick for there. No, but should be good. I think you'll see the same people fighting up the front. Yeah, I think that'll just come down to, again, safety cars, strategy. It's the same old thing, mate.
Well, GG's on the wall deserve P3. Could have been more, but
Yeah, happy with what it is, though.
you still lead the championship. That's all that matters. We'll move on to P1, man, the henchman. I do believe this is your first Rapid win.
It is.
Maybe even your first league race win. I'm not sure.
Yeah, first one with Rapid. I haven't got one with ACE or anything like that. So,
Well,
but
GG's.
it's been a long time between drinks.
Well, GG's my guy. Tell us about that race from your perspective, because you saw Piastri had 6 seconds, and then he just grew that gap to 8 seconds at one point.
Yeah.
And then I went on board with him, and I actually saw him spun it. So when you saw him spun, like, what was your emotions?
Yeah, a bit of happiness because I took the lead, but also, you never want to see a guy that's having pretty much a dominant race that far in front, have issues and tap walls and spin and whatever else. Him being my son, you want to see him do well, and he did do well up until that point. So, but mate, I'll take the win. Don't you worry about that, and I'll be letting him know about it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, good work.
Yeah, I think, well, you shot yourself up the driver's table. I'm pretty sure either P4 or P3. I'm not sure. But Australia next week, what are your thoughts on that track?
Mate, I'm loving that track at the moment. I love the new layout. It makes it more racy. It's just a lot more flowy track now. And I think I'm pretty confident I'm reasonably quick there. So hopefully it'll be myself, Kano, Piastri, and up the front again next week. And I'm coming for that title. So I'm chasing Kano down.
Well, he's got a 1 race head start on you, so you need to hope he has some really bad races in the next couple of weeks. But ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here because OCT2 is actually about to start. Thank you everybody that tuned in. Thank you to all the drivers that actually raced this week. Considering what happened last week. Hopefully we'll see you all back again for Australia next week. Until then, it is goodbye. But don't forget, Rapid Racing League Div 2 tomorrow night with Rapid Kahoot and Noodles. Tuesday Div 1 with Rapid Pajala. And Wednesday night Div 3 with Noodles and someone else. But until then, it is goodbye. And we'll see you all for Australia for Div 4.